going, guys? My name's Dynasty, and what I got for y'all today is, man, a lot of information regarding the Heist DLC that we waited for over a year for, of course. Earlier today, they actually released a debut trailer. Yes! A year later, we finally have a trailer for Heist, and alongside that, there was this really interesting article from the guys over at IGN interviewing the Rockstar developers about this Heist DLC. Basically what it did was grab screenshots from the article at IGN, and basically what it did was grab screenshots from the debut trailer to narrow down all the possible and different heist locations inside GTA 5. And hey, with that said, let's get into it. So the first thing you saw in the trailer was like this helicopter making its way towards this yacht in the middle of the ocean. And what we got from the IGN article as well is that there's going to be a total of 5 different heist locations with 20 side missions attached to each heist. So it appears that obviously with these guys on top of the yacht shooting their guns, they're not there for the party, so I think it's pretty apparent that we're going to have a heist location in the middle of the ocean on top of a yacht, which is it's awesome. I cannot wait for that. Definitely something original. Now behind Lester on this drawing board, you can read Observe Security at the Fleeca Bank on the Western Highway. So I believe it's pretty apparent as well that we're going to have these Fleeca Bank heists. So you can see there's an image here from the IGN article of these guys making their way into the bank. They have bags on top of their head, and they also have some shotguns in their hands. So I don't think they're there just to go and deposit some cash. I think they're definitely going to go in there and steal some money. As you can see, this is the Fleeca Bank. If you've ever wall breached inside one of them, this is what the back of the Fleeca Bank looks like. So thank God for wall breaches, and man, it looks awesome. Now, of course, the whole debut trailer is based off of this one heist, breaking into a prison, stealing a bus, dressing up as police officers, waiting for the inmates to like change cells. So the complete trailer is based off of like this prison breakout, and along with the IGN article, the developer himself actually talks about that heist a little bit more in depth. So you guys want to read that, go ahead, a link to that will be provided below. And hey, we got the Pacific Standard Bank heist. For over a year, we've been able to go inside this building, and if you can wall breach correctly, you can see that the main humongous vault inside the trailer is actually inside this Pacific Bank. And hey, we've all knew this for so long, but I just kind of want to reassure you guys that hey, we are gonna get this inside the Heist DLC. If I'm not mistaken, there was even like this heist simulator that was performed inside of this bank. So we've all known since the get-go that the Pacific Standard was going to be one of the main heist locations, but hey, just to reassure you guys, they put it into the trailer, so cannot wait for that as well. Now, I think this one might be a stretch, but inside the trailer, there's like a boat making its way towards like this flight deck in the middle of the ocean as well, just like the yacht, and it shows these guys getting into, I believe this is a Hydra, and in the background, the bottom right, you can see these guys shooting. They're kind of like stealing a Hydra. I'm not sure if this is part of, like a side mission, or if this is going to be the initial heist location itself. And there's also like this night vision screenshot you guys are going to see in a bit. And if you guys have seen like the inside of these flight decks, or inside of like submarines or ships, it's very like industrial like, and there's like piping, and it just looks like you're inside a ship. And that was actually thrown into one of the screenshots as well inside the IGN article, so I can definitely see where you kind of like cut your way inside this flight deck, and it's super dark, and then you make your way to the top of the flight deck. I'm kind of just fantasy booking right here, so I'm super excited for this Heist DLC, and it appears that we have 4, maybe 5 different locations already in mind. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. How's it going, guys? My name's Dynasty, and what I got for y'all today is a nice little summary of everything IGN practically asked Rockstar Games in terms of what their heist update's gonna have, and they answered a lot of key questions that a lot of you guys, the viewers, the fans, GTA community really been wondering for quite some time now. So if you guys want to read the full article, of course, a link to that will be provided below. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start reading off some of the key aspects, giving a little input here and there, and let's get into it. So first things first, how does a heist work exactly? Each heist requires 4 players, all at rank 12 or above, with 1 player as a designated heist leader. Leading a heist requires owning a high-end apartment so that you have room available to set up the planning board. From there, you'll be able to launch missions as the leader, starting with the prep work and building up to the score itself. Now, being a heist leader has advantages and disadvantages. On the upside, Lester contacts the leader directly when there's news of a job, and it's up to the leader to invite players into the crew, assign positions, pick outfits, and allocate each player's cut. On the other hand, the heist leader will need to personally front up the setup costs in order to successfully pull off the heist. So like you just heard, if you're going to be the heist leader, you got to have that high-end apartment, you got to have some cash to pay for everything to get set up, and you got to have 3 people you can actually invite to set up everything. Now, along with that, if you're the heist leader, you also get to pick the pay cuts for everybody. So keep that in mind if you're playing a heist mission, and for some reason you get very low amount of cash once it's completed, don't freak out and be like, damn, Rockstar's really jipping me. Talk to your heist leader because he's in charge of everything. Along with that, unlike the leader, the other crew members get a cash payout for each prep mission, whereas the leader won't receive their cash until the finale is completed. So there you see it, there's definitely pros and cons to being the heist leader, and some missions have all players working as one unit, while some require it for players to take on specific tasks like hacking or crowd control, while others require players to split into smaller teams to complete separate high-value objectives. For example, one team maybe stealing a getaway car from the gangsters, while another team is attempting to sneak into a police station, all within the same prep mission, and they really wanted to push the co-op aspect and make players feel like they need to communicate effectively and work together to pull off the heist element. So basically guys, if you're going to be playing heist, it's going to take a ton of teamwork, and it's really cool how everybody has like that specific job. They talked about earlier in the article how it was really hard for them to actually create heists because they wanted everybody to be involved. They don't want, if you say you're the getaway driver, they don't want you just to get a car and be outside sitting for like 20 minutes while 3 of your other friends are in there killing like the bank tellers and all that stuff. So they wanted everybody getting the most out of the heist experience. Now they go on to say that there's going to be 5 unique strands involving over 20 missions, which will add up to 20 hours of gameplay. They hope players will then replay them multiple times to take on the other roles and to try different ways of tackling the missions. Dang, so there's going to be 20 hours of added gameplay just in the heist update alone. So remember guys, a total of 5 unique strands of 20 total missions. So dang, I cannot wait. 20 hours, that's going to be one hell of a DLC if they're going to add 20 hours of gameplay. I mean, I think like a game alone typically is around 10 to 12 hours to actually complete. So 20 hours is just heist. Guys, do you imagine that? Yeah, it's going to be insane. They also stated they have several rewards for players as well, such as for playing all 5 heists in order with the same set of players, and another bonus for playing all of them in the first person mode on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. There's also an elite bonus challenge, which are essentially a big cash reward if you complete each part of the heist while meeting a certain criteria, such as the time to complete, damage taken, accuracy, and etc. So there you have it. That's just about everything I think that's key and important with the heist DLC that was announced today. If you guys have any questions or if you want to read the full article, of course, link to that will be provided below. What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comment section below. Triple like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. How's it going guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for you all today is a small showcase showing off all the new clothing, the attire, the heist equipment we're going to have once the heist DLC is released. And first thing that comes to mind when I saw this was Breaking Bad. Now, I'm a humongous Breaking Bad fan, and I was so shocked that, this chemical outfit wasn't in the initial launch of the game, but it's here now guys. It got the latex gloves, it got the mask. The only thing we're missing is a yellow chemical outfit, and I just can't see them not implementing that into the DLC. So get excited guys. If you've ever wanted to make like a Breaking Bad machinima or view Walter White or Jesse Pinkman, hey, now's the time. I absolutely cannot wait to use this outfit. Alongside that, we got a ton of new masks. What you're looking at right here is the caricature on the right side has like this purgy, I say purgy, but like a purge field mask. It looks like something under the purge. Very eerie looking mask with some lipstick, some blush, some like eyeshadow. Looks really strange, definitely creepy, and it just gives me that like whole purge feel to it. I don't know guys, what do you think? Alongside that, we get a look at one of the side missions, I'm sure, when you're completing one of the heist missions, where you're going to have to dress up as a trash man. There's some woman in here, so some trash man slash trash woman. The clothing all looks pretty much the same, but it is pretty cool to see how they went all out. Even for side missions, you get your own custom attire, which looks absolutely sick. Really curious to see what mission that's going to be used for. And finally, just like the Breaking Bad chemical outfit, we finally have the classic, the vintage bank robbery mask. Now this is just your plain old classic black ski mask with holes cut out in the eye sockets, and I was really surprised, more surprised that the Breaking Bad outfit wasn't in here when the initial launch of GTA Online was released, because that's such an iconic mask, and it's finally there. It's not a heist if you can't use that vintage black mask. This time around, what we're looking at are paper bags. Yes, paper bags will be used inside Grand Theft Auto 5 Heist. The guy on the left has a brown paper bag. The guy on the right has a white paper bag. It's gonna be hilarious. You gotta love GTA 5's twist to everything, and I cannot wait to use those masks as well. Alongside that, it gets super interesting because we get like this Halloween Day DLC. Appears to be masked. This is something you would imagine that the Halloween DLC would have had, like a Frankenstein feel to it, all the stitches, and it goes on to show us this image right here with all the guys are wearing like zombie horror themed masks. Looks really crazy, really awesome. Definitely going to strike some fear into the people that you are performing the burglary and heist onto, and looks kind of like a Hellraiser type of mask as well, so it looks super awesome. And last but not least, we have the night vision goggles. Finally as well, night vision goggles, so when you're playing at night you can now see the dark. Anyways, what do you guys think of all the new clothing options, the equipment, the mask? I'm super excited. Which one of these is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. Triple like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the brand new screenshots that were revealed to us in Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto Online Heist trailer, where they announced that heists are going to be coming to Grand Theft Auto Online in early 2015, and we get lots of new information about some of the content that we're going to be getting and some of the details that are going to be coming along with this amazing epic heist DLC. So let's get started. So I'm also going to have a video out later today breaking down what I saw from the trailer, but Rockstar partnered up with IGN to give us 20 new screenshots that were not seen in the trailer, so I'm going to talk about these first. So again, let's get started. So the first image is pretty epic, and it only requires 2 words: night vision. This is so awesome. I've wanted this in Grand Theft Auto Online for a while now, and GTA 5 in particular. Night vision heists are going to be so cool, and it's going to be such a useful thing. I think this is going to be great that we're going to be able to do this in heist missions, you know, turn on night vision. It's going to add a totally different aspect and element to doing heists in the dark, and I think that is a epic screenshot. This next photo looks to be some heist preparation, as your crew, these 3 guys right here, are actually looking like garbage men. And this actually reminds me of a mission from Grand Theft Auto 4 where you were supposed to like hide diamonds in like a trash bag and throw it into the back of a trash truck, and it all goes horribly wrong. Who knows what kind of heist prep this is right here and what heist they're doing, but that is pretty awesome. You know, you get to reenact being a garbage man, and you get to set up a heist mission doing some sort of trash collecting activity, which I think is pretty epic. That's going to be one of the coolest features in Grand Theft Auto Online, in my opinion. Setting up the heist, getting ready for the big score, and that activity right there looks like a ton of fun. So this third image is pretty epic as well, and it shows off these new like hazmat slash boiler suits and also new gas masks. How epic does that look right there? I've wanted gas masks for a long time in Grand Theft Auto Online. We got the boiler suits in campaign for like 1 mission, but it wasn't anything like that. That's like a hazmat slash like Dr. Ebola suit, and that looks pretty freaking crazy. If you're going to do that during a heist, that would be epic. I'd imagine if you're wearing something like that, you'd be using some sort of chemical, kind of like what you did in the campaign to knock all the civilians in the bank or wherever you're going to be doing the heist out. So that is pretty epic. I do think that's pretty cool. You're going to be able to use real life elements, kind of like how you used in the campaign to execute your heist in online. Our fourth photo kind of shows off something similar, and that is our 2 assailants right here wearing some sort of like balaclava ski mask beanie over their head. That's pretty epic. Again, we've wanted this for a while now. You know, more heist clothing to get your character more in like a role-playing situation. You know, it doesn't make sense if you're gonna go rob a bank in flip-flops and swim trunks. You know, you got to look the part, and I think that this new clothing items like the ski masks and the balaclavas and the gas masks, all of this look great and really get us in the mood to execute the perfect heist. Now this 5th photo right here is pretty interesting, and it's something that I'll break down a little later in the day. Again, stick around on my channel. There's going to be tons of content today. I really don't want you guys to miss out, but like I said, it's Lester standing in front of the high-end apartment map showing you what looks to be different heist locations. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about this later in the day. I don't want to spoil everything for you guys right now. It's going to be a great day in terms of breaking down all this information, but it looks like Lester is going to actually come to your apartment and plan these heists for you, or at least with you. So I do think that's pretty cool as well. Our 6th photo actually takes us to the ornate bank, where we have 4 would-be robbers actually robbing up the ornate bank right now. And you can see, like the campaign and like in single player, you're going to have to deal with real-life elements like civilians trying to get away, injuring police officers, not trying to hurt the civilians. And you can also see a few brand new masks right there, which I think is pretty cool as well. Like I said, we're getting into the mode of heist. You don't want to go in there with beach bum attire on. You want to go on there, you know, ready to rob a heist. And I think that is the way to go. Rockstar has done an unbelievable job getting us ready for heists, and I think when we eventually get them in 2015, it is going to be an unbelievable experience. So let's actually get to executing the heist. This guy right here in kind of like the pig and monkey mask, he is using a drill bit to actually get this bank vault open. And it kind of throws another wrench into the equation because you're going to have to use, a drill bit, or you're going to have to try to break into the vault. Will this drill bit overheat? Will it stop working? What happens if you get shot? Are you not going to be able to use it? So there's a few different elements here that could really impact how we do heists and how we properly execute them. And finally, our last photo right here is one that is pretty awesome as well. This looks to be the scene of a prison break heist as one of your characters is in the prison bus with motorcycles and police chasing him. I think this is going to be one of the coolest heists that we get to do in Grand Theft Auto Online, the prison break one. We've actually done a custom prison break heist on our heist prep series, so I do think this is going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see what Rockstar has up their sleeve. The hype is oh too real for heist. It's about damn time, and I'm so excited to eventually get to play Heist and do it with all of you guys as well. So let me know what you are most excited for about Heist in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and also subscribe. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be breaking down where I think the 5 possible heist locations are going to be in Grand Theft Auto Online when the Heist DLC is released in GTA Online in early 2015. Now, Rockstar did confirm with IGN that there are going to be 5 complete heist missions with 20 side missions to go along with those heists. So there's going to be a lot of epic things you can do, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down where I think the potential locations of all our heists are going to be taking place. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So when I first watched the trailer, I originally thought that here we go, these are the 5 locations for the heist missions that we're going to be doing in Grand Theft Auto Online. You can see Lester is standing behind this blue board. There's 5 circles with 5 sticky notes labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with what looks to be the 5 potential heist locations. And this kind of makes sense, but there's also some irregularities here that makes me think that these aren't the original 5. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that some of the heist locations are located inside the city, one of them being the ornate bank, another one being the casino, and another one looks to be either the IAA building or the FIB building. However, if you look a little bit more into it, you'll notice that sticky note 2 and 4 kind of seem to be out in the middle of nowhere. 2 is located on what the real life equivalent is, the Pacific Coast Highway, and 4 seems to be kind of located up in Blaine County, just north of the Alamo Sea. So getting back to the irregularities here, Rockstar confirmed with IGN, and there were also other images that confirm that there was going to be a prison break heist, and I actually do not see one of the prison break heist locations circled on here. So again, this leads me to believe that this heist screen right here is kind of like a heist prep board, and Lester is showing you what you need to do in order to obtain, your goods and your objectives, your vehicles, your weapons, etc. to complete a heist, because if not, we would have seen the prison break heist or the prison circled on that map as one of the heist locations. So I'm really not too sure what this board completely means. It looks as if it's very compelling to say that it is one of the heist locations, considering the casino and the ornate bank are both circled, which I do believe are going to be heist locations, but it doesn't look like the prison break one is circled. So I'm really not too sure what to make of this map. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you think, but we're going to move on to a few more pictures. So this next photo also shows off where some of the irregularities meet, and why I think my theory on the last previous map is correct, and why those 5 aren't the exact locations of where the heist is, because you can see right here written on the whiteboard, there are 2 lines written prison break something. It's like prison break details for you to complete a prison break heist. And if you'll notice, there's a new blue map with a circle and the word 2 above it, and that circle indicates right near the prison. So it looks like this map matches up with a certain prison break heist, and it looks like the map that Lester was talking about also has to match up with another heist, whether it be ornate bank, casino, FIB, or IAA. One of those few options right there. So I think each of these individual maps represents an individual heist and aren't connected in any way whatsoever. So on the IGN article, Rockstar also mentioned that you were going to be able to perform smaller heists that required less setup, fewer people, and less of like a group effort to, rob a bank or whatever. And this whiteboard standing behind Lester kind of indicates that we're going to be able to rob Fleeca banks, which are located all across the city and all across Blaine County. So who knows what the payout for this is going to be, but it looks like it's going to require a smaller crew definitely some less equipment, and will still net you a pretty penny as a payout. So that's nice. So all the heists aren't going to be crazy elaborate plans that are going to take days, maybe even a few hours of planning. Some of them you're just going to be able to throw on a mask, get a gun, and, you know, rob the bank. So it's very simple, very easy. I love that strategy, and I love what Rockstar has done there, because I do think that is an awesome idea to include some smaller heists that make the game very fun for the guys who don't want to do serious planning also. So a lot of people might have actually missed this scene in the trailer because it was towards the very beginning, and obviously when I watched it for the first time, I was screaming like a little girl and probably missed 90% of the things, and I had to rewatch it multiple times to catch what was actually going on. And this looks like to be the scene of one of the heists, a yacht heist. And remember that map that I showed you at the very beginning of the video with the circle kind of on the Pacific Coast Highway? Well, that could be for this heist, a yacht that's off the coast of the water. You have to go in by, you know, jet ski or by helicopter, try to rappel down. So I do think this would be a logical heist location, whether you're going to be robbing a billionaire, trying to take him out. You know, it would seem fitting that he would be on his a yacht in the middle of the ocean in California. So I do think this is a reputable location in terms of where we could have a heist mission, and it would certainly bring some variety to the regular, you know, go to a bank, shoot someone up, or, you know, just changing a pace. And I do think that's really cool. And our last image is going to be talking about something that you guys already know, but it essentially confirms that one of our locations is going to be at the Ornate Bank. This looks to be like a cutscene right here where the police are converging on your location after you're already inside the bank vault. So obviously this is the Ornate Bank, which is located in northern Vinewood. Again, a very classic location for a bank robbery. This is one you can already go in Grand Theft Auto Online. The bank vault is kind of already locked. So this has been really on our suspicious list for a while now, as something that you could potentially be able to rob and go inside. So I think it's a very classic location, and I'm certainly glad Rockstar potentially added it to the list of heist locations. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think is going to be your favorite heist in Grand Theft Auto Online? I'm very curious to see which one you're most excited to do. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you are hyped like me for heist, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys about two new vehicles, one of which has been confirmed by Rockstar that we are going to be getting in Grand Theft Auto Online when the Heist update is released in early 2015. So that's right, yesterday we got a look at a ton of crazy new vehicles that were announced in the Heist update and with all the screenshots, but today I'm going to be talking about two vehicles in particular that I believe are also going to come to Grand Theft Auto Online outside of the Heist update. So there's two vehicles. One of them is a mystery motorcycle, which we'll talk about second, and the first one is a new confirmed sports car, the Karen Kuruma, which is awesome. This is that armored vehicle that we saw yesterday that I thought was actually the Obey tailgater. A lot of people were saying it's a Mitsubishi style car. Well, today Rockstar has confirmed on their latest newswire that this is the armored version of the Karen Kuruma, which is, I believe, the Toyota equivalent in real life. So this would be in the same family as the Karen Astrotope and the Karen Sultan as well. So just from the looks of this car, I can already tell you that I'm really going to enjoy it. I can tell there's going to be a ton of customization options. There looks like to be, you know, some headlight cover options, bumper, fender, spoiler. So this looks pretty epic. It's a four-seater car. Obviously comes from the Karen family, so it's going to be the same kind of type and feels like the Astrotope and the Sultan, which is pretty awesome because I am a fan of both of those cars in GTA 5 and in Grand Theft Auto Online. And similarly to how we were introduced to the Impante Dukes, this looks to be like the Kuruma O'Death version. So I'm sure there's going to be a regular Karen Kuruma, but this looks to be like the Kuruma O'Death version that we're going to have for Heist. You can see the armored windows and the armored dashboard, so that is really cool. And like I said, in first person mode, that is going to be absolutely crazy to drive in, and completing a heist with this vehicle is going to be pretty sweet as well. I cannot wait to get my hands on this vehicle. So also in the trailer was this new mystery motorcycle. Now, I'm not confirming that this is new, but it doesn't look like any of the bikes we've seen in Grand Theft Auto 5 yet. It kind of looks very similar to the Vader at first, but looking a little bit more into it, I noticed that it had some differences. It looked like the Nemesis also, but the side of the bike also looked fairly different from the Nemesis, so I really don't know what to think. A lot of people are speculating that this is the Street Fighter, which is a bike from Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, so I think that would be pretty cool. And this is kind of what it looks like in real life. I'll put some real life equivalents on it right now, and I think this would be a cool bike to come into Grand Theft Auto Online. I know a lot of people are disappointed or maybe getting old with all the sports bikes that Rockstar is adding, but I personally really like them. The only one I have right now is the Bati, and I kind of switch out with the Akuma, so I'm always down for getting more bikes for doing stunts and motorcycle races. I do think that's really cool. Let me know what you guys think about this mystery bike in the comment section down below. Do you think it's new, or do you think it's a, older or modified version of a previous bike we already have in Grand Theft Auto Online? The thing that's throwing me off the most is the headlights don't match any of the current motorcycles in game. So that's kind of why I'm like, I guess this could be new, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comment section down below. So again, let me know what you guys think about all the vehicles in the Heist update. Are you most excited about the Hydra, the Hunter, the APC tank, the new Karen Karuma, or this mystery motorcycle? There's so many great vehicles we're going to be getting. I know it's going to be hard to choose from, but let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and also Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about all the vehicles, aircrafts, and more found in the Grand Theft Auto Online Heist trailer, and that are eventually going to be coming to Grand Theft Auto Online in early 2015. Lots of great vehicles here, so I can't wait to get started. We're going to be breaking down a few screenshots, so if you do like this, definitely subscribe. You guys are not going to want to miss all the Heist content that I do on my channel. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So when I saw this vehicle in the trailer, I literally jumped out of my chair and screamed like a girl, because this is the Hydra, the vertical takeoff and landing jet that we have been waiting so long to get in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is going to be absolutely amazing, and it also kind of confirms that we're getting aircraft carriers as well, which is pretty awesome. So that's probably where you're going to store maybe a jet like that, and they were also found at the military base as well, so that's pretty cool. But the Hydra is confirmed, coming to Grand Theft Auto Online. No more speculation, no more guessing, no more wondering. The Hydra is coming. Hail the Hydra, everyone. It's coming to Grand Theft Auto Online with the Heist update. So this next vehicle is absolutely amazing, and it looks to be an APC tank. Now, when I first saw this in the trailer, I was like, hey, that's a Dupsta 6x6. But then I noticed the mounted machine gun up top. I noticed all the armor on the windows and the back, and I'm like, whoa, Rockstar is really giving us like a Ballad of Gay Tony APC tank right here. And this is absolutely incredible. This looks like so much fun to drive, looks pretty speedy, and this is going to be so much fun taking out helicopters and tanks and pretty much whatever in this APC tank. This is absolutely amazing. Rockstar's done a first-class job at providing us with all this information. No more speculation. It's incredible. This APC tank looks absolutely amazing. So the Karen Rebel has some crazy customization options, but I never expected anything like this. Look at the machine gun that is mounted on the back of that truck. That is absolutely crazy. I'm sure that's going to be like a truck bed attachment or option that you could choose to put on your vehicle, but that is crazy. Imagine escaping a heist and having that being able to fire at your enemies. That is so cool. Rockstar's really outdone themselves in terms of extra vehicle mods and customizations, so I really do think this is awesome, and like I said, I cannot wait to put that on my Karen Rebel. I think that's going to be spectacular. Staying on the ground, this next vehicle is actually a modded and armored version of the Obey Tailgater. So this is very similar to what happened to the Duke of Death. Essentially, it was the Impante Duke that was given like a military and or, death race style feel with armor, modded windows, extra brush guards. And this is what looks to have happened to the Obey Tailgater. So it's going to be an unstoppable heist vehicle beast. Obviously, it is a 4-seater car, so you can get 3 of your friends in there. And that vehicle is going to be absolutely unstoppable when you're doing friends in there, and that vehicle is going to be absolutely unstoppable when you're doing a heist. So that is going to be so epic. The fact that you can create a Duke of Tailgater, I guess you could say, or something like a Tailgater O Death, I think that is absolutely incredible. This is a great looking vehicle. The Obey Tailgater, obviously Michael's car from the campaign, but nevertheless still a great car in Grand Theft Auto Online, and is going to be awesome for heist missions. Our last 3 vehicles take us back up to the sky, with this being the Barracuda helicopter. Now you can see the words Barracuda written on the nose of the helicopter. I think that is absolutely awesome. It looks to have a mounted machine gun on at least one side of the helicopter, which is awesome. It kind of reminds me of like a Black Hawk from Vietnam and Battlefield Bad Company 2, which is pretty incredible. I've always wanted a helicopter like this in Grand Theft Auto Online. For the longest time, I've said that it was lacking a real attack military helicopter. So I do think this is pretty incredible. Rockstar's done an amazing job providing us with military and, heist style vehicles, and I think this one is going to be super epic. So this screenshot was actually taken directly from the trailer, and that's right. You know what that helicopter is right there. That is the Hunter, another infamous vehicle that we have so long waited for coming to Grand Theft Auto Online. There's been so much speculation on when we're going to be getting this vehicle, and how epic does that look? I mean, look at the missiles on both sides of the wings. Those things are huge. You are literally going to be obliterating everything in your path. The Hunter is going to be one of the most powerful air vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online. It is literally going to obliterate your foes. It's going to demolish anything, and it is going to be one of the coolest vehicles to fly in Grand Theft Auto Online, and especially for performing heist missions. And our final vehicle is going to be the Cargo Bob with what looks to be a car magnet attachment. This is pretty cool. You can see that the Cargo Bob actually has that armored and modded Obey tailgater. And instead of the Cargo Bob having a hook, it's now got like a full magnet. So who knows what you could pick up with a vehicle like this. I think this is going to be amazing. It's kind of like a combination of the Skyhook and Cargo Bob. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. This is absolutely incredible. Like I said, Rockstar has done an absolute top-notch job at, like I said, providing information, vehicles, aircrafts, everything. These are the vehicles that we're going to be getting with Heist. I'm sure that there's going to be so much more. And of course, stick around on my channel as I do more videos covering all the details regarding Grand Theft Auto Online Heist. You don't want to miss it today, tomorrow, or even 3 months from now. Whenever Heists come out, this is going to be a great time to be a fan of Grand Theft Auto Online. So again, if you are new, I definitely recommend you subscribe and also hit that thumb. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be breaking down what I think is the payout structure for the heists that are going to be coming in the Heist DLC in early 2015. So again, if you do like videos like this, I definitely recommend you hit that subscribe button. I do daily GTA 5 videos, and I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on any of my heist content that I'm going to be doing in 2015. So that's right, we're going to be looking at 2 screenshots that, in my opinion, reveal all the information we need to know about payouts and how you're going to get money in GTA Online Heist. So let's get started. So this first screenshot right here has our 4 characters and a mystery new guy whose name I believe is Jeff, from what you guys have told me on Twitter. I'm really not too sure what to think about that, but we're going to call him Jeff for this video. He looks to be the guy who is directing how you're going to be doing your heist, or what you're going to be doing in terms of payment. So in this video, we're going to be talking about payments and how you're going to get paid in GTA Online Heist. So there's one thing you immediately notice about this entire thing, and that is the take. Written right above Jeff's head, it says $670,000, and obviously this is going to be split 4 ways, and we know that because Rockstar said that this is going to be a 4-person co-op, so there's going to be 4 people total, and the ring around the take has 1, 2, 3, and 4 cut up into like a little pie, and you can see that the 1 is about 50% of it. You can see the 2, 3, and 4 then equate to about the rest of the 50%. So this is going to be pretty interesting how you break everything up, but we're going to take a look at that in a second. So if we zoom in a little bit more to the right, you'll notice that this image right here gives us a great idea at the cut and the certain percentage of money that each character is going to be making based on their role and whether or not they are the leader of the group. So it looks like character number 1, who has a crown to the left of his name, who is our pilot, is going to be taking 55% of the cut, and then the other 3 guys, one of them being a gunner and the other 2 being ground team, are going to be taking home 15% each, which equates to 45% plus the 55% that the leader is taking home, giving us a total of 100% and $670,000. So it looks like because the leader is in charge of setting up the heist team and also is in charge of getting all the materials, gear, vehicles together, which is probably going to cost him money up front, it only makes sense that he takes home the largest cut, which is crazy because if he takes home 55%, that means he's pretty much earning $335,000 from this heist, which is ridiculous, while his other teammates are probably going to take home around $75,000 each, which isn't bad in any regard, but I guess it makes sense. You know, you put in more work, you're going to get more out. If you do a minimal job, you're going to get a minimal pay. So I really like that system, how Rockstar allows people to take certain percentages of cuts, and it's not even all the way along. It's kind of like doing a project in school. If you're stuck with a really bad student, it's not fair that he should get an A when you do 90% of the work. So it kind of takes away the whole slacker mentality of a teammate just going like AFK or derping around. They really have to do their job, otherwise they're not going to get their cut, and if they do get a cut, it's going to be a small one compared to what the leader did, who's going to get a giant cut of somewhere around $330,000, which is absolutely insane. So this next image with Jeff and our crew reveals an entirely new heist. This looks to be the prison break heist, and this shows us with a total of $550,000 as our total prize payout. So that means we are going to be getting different rewards for different heists, which I do think is pretty cool. And it looks like we're going to be averaging in the range of $500,000 to maybe even upwards of $1 million, which is obviously going to be split between all 4 people. So I do think that's really cool. So once again, if we zoom in, we can see the roles of the 3 other players who aren't going to be acting as the leader. The player number 2's role is a pilot, while the player number 3's role is a prison officer, 4 being demolition, and they all take home 15%, which equates them $82,500. Still a very nice cut for doing what they do, but certainly not what the main leader is going to make, which in this case would be a little over $250,000. So I do think this is really cool. Rockstar's done an unbelievable system in terms of how they're going to be paying people and what they're going to be giving people in terms of a percentage. I think it's going to be a much better way than grinding money in Rooftop Rumble, although it might be faster because you don't have to set, the heists up and get everyone together. I think heists are going to be much more fun than grinding random Rooftop Rumble missions, and I think it's just going to be an overall much better experience because there are so many different things you can do. Like I said, there's not only going to be 5 different heists, there's going to be different roles you can do different takes, different options, different ways to do what they do. This is going to be an incredible DLC. I think Rockstar has, made the wait worth it. I think this is going to be absolutely wonderful. I think they've hit a home run. Hopefully we'll see in early 2015 with their execution how well it goes. But from the trailers and the screenshots and everything we've seen so far, it looks like Rockstar has just done an absolutely incredible job, and I cannot wait to see what they bring to the table when we finally do get to play heists.